JESSERTHELAZER has been tearing apart the competition with his bucket squad. He is an extremely skilled player that also happened to run into Pham for a training session. He's been on an undefeated streak ever since I have shown him the ways of the family. So today I'm going to show you some of the training sessions I had with him, and yeah, he really enjoyed them.
Dude, I love you. I love you. I appreciate you teaching me. I love it. Thank you so much.
Oh hi, by the way, my name is Pham. If this is the first time you see me, subscribe right now for over 100 2K16 tutorials this year. And to the family, yes, so this was the training session I had with a YouTuber that I promised you. Yes, it was Jesser. So yeah, so this will be a training session between me and Jesser. And also this is a very, very good tutorial video for the family, because in here today, I'm going to show you pretty much a summary of the previous 12 tips I showed you, or the offensive tips I showed you, all into one. So I'm going to teach you guys how to step by step use what I show you and build a deadly offense. So yeah, without further delay, let's get to it. Pham training, JESSERTHELAZER. Oh, this was gold. This was glorious. The foundation of your offense must be built off the pick and roll. And one of the most effective ways to run it is to set it to 4-1 spacing with freelance action. So you can see me here showing it to Jesser. Pretty much you want to just run a high pick and roll with your quickest point guard and your center. And you want to hit them with that crossover that I showed you in the tutorial video. And this is going to be the base of your offense, that right there. And you can hear Jesser's reaction to that play right here.
Shit! I mean, you kind of, I came out of a pause. I wasn't ready for it. Oh no, I'm ready for it. Damn it! Oh, you're as good as the tutorials!
I showed it to Jesser twice, and you see here, he is a quick learner. He was able to set up his spacing, and he uses the roll well. And now with this part of your game settled down, the threat of the roll, you can start opening other stuff. So you can see here, because they're guarding the roll too much, so the corner is open. I taught this to Jesser. He executes it almost exactly the same. So that's beautiful right there. So yes, if you're good at the roll, you start beginning to opening shots on the outside. But now obviously, the key to the pick and roll is to get the crossover down. So make sure you check out my crossover tutorial, and you can see here, after all the practice I did with Jesser, he can execute my pick and roll crossover or my separation crossover perfectly. Fall cock between the legs to the left hand to the right hand, full speed out of turbo. He gets himself a great pull up here, so it's beautiful work by him. But yes, the tutorial on the crossover does work beautifully. And now the 4-1 is not only about the roll, you can also use it in the fade. Here you can see me running the 4-1 pick and fade with crisp spots, so you get the idea. You build your offense off the roll, and if they got the roll too much, you start going to the corners to make them pay for freeze. And then you mix in a 4-1 pick and fade with a shooter once in a while. So now, just on your forward set alone, you have 3 ways to attack that will shift the defense. Oh, but it gets better. And with that settled down, you also want to add in a 3-2 freelance action, because not all your power forwards can shoot. So here, Jesser is going to show you how to do a 3-2 pick and roll. You see, it still works. The other pick can't shift over, easy dunk. But in the 3-2, what you mostly want to do is, you want to do a pick and fade with the power forward, and then swing the ball around until you find somebody open. So you see me here fade with Bosch, we see the corner, we swing it. The 3-2 fade opens a lot of spacing, and if you play smart basketball, you will find open shots to take. And you can see me do it to Jesser here again. You can listen to him.
No, how is everyone open?
Exactly, openings everywhere. With your freelance pick and roll set, so now you have the 4-1 pick and roll, the 4-1 pick and fade, the 4-1 roll swing to the corner. You also have your 3-2 as your counter. You gotta add in a good post-up attack. This is because not all of your pick and rolls are gonna work. So you need the post-up as another way to set up other things, or just as a bailout if your pick and roll breaks down. So I showed you guys this in my tutorial, my post-up spin move, so you can click the link above for that, and the description in the link below. This spin is deadly, and yes, I was able to teach it to Jesser, and you can also see him execute it flawlessly. So if you get this down, you will have a go-to post move. And once again, out of the go-to post move, we'll go to other things that will open up other sets for ourselves. You can see here, Jesser executes it in-game perfectly with Scalabrini, bang. He learns fast. Alright, but with that, it's not just about the post up. You can also do the cut. So you want to dump it into the post, and if you hold triangle, cutter goes through, hit the cutter, work the ball around, back to Marc Gasol. That's beautiful. Now, but the key to the post move and the cutter is that you need to get the big enough space to operate. He needs enough space to turn, and you also need to get enough space for the cutter to cut. So once you catch the ball, the best way to make the right space for yourself to practice is to keep picking in and out of posts. Work on that face up, work on your footwork, make sure you're in the paint, out of the paint, so you don't get that free second. So this is just how I practice. You can see Jesser here practicing himself, and he's executing it flawlessly, leading it to a great cut, and he's not in the paint, so there's never free seconds, and he has the space to pass and the space to do the move. So that's beautiful basketball. Work on that footwork, family, work on that footwork. You see here, Jesser, if you do the post enough, you get double team, open shots. So now you have a post-up attack and two separate pick-and-roll attacks. And yes, after our training with Jesser, special guest appearance by Humphrey.
Humphrey, calm down. Sorry.
At the end, with the pick-and-roll, with the post-up, you need a go-to play set. And for those of you who knows, if you know, the double dragon. So I showed this to Jesser, and the details of the double dragon, once again, description above. Link below in description, link above. That's the double dragon for you. I also showed it to Jesser, and you can see once again, he's able to execute it rather nicely. He honestly learns very fast. He's one of the quickest 2K learners I've ever met, so props to him for that. You can see him execute the double dragon here again. Now, within the game, this never works out perfectly, so you need high basketball IQ, but you can see Jesser work the ball around. That's beautiful basketball. And here it is one last time, last tip of the day. Jesser, run the double dragon one more time. Execute, execute. Flawless victory. Bangity, bang, bang, bang. JESSERTHELAZER. Alright, family, that's the end of the training session. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and also props to Jesser. He knows his basketball. Like when we were together in this practice section, this man goes to work. As you can see there, he's going to work. So props to Jesser for always trying to improve. But yes, I will hopefully play him one day. Not a wager, just a friendly teacher-student match. For the love of the game. For the love of the game. You guys know me. Alright, as always, thanks for coming by. If you like the video, add a like. I also have tons more footage with Jesser. This is just one short training session we had. We had tons. If you want to see more training sessions with Jesser, let me know. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.